What really goes on beyond the sold sign? Welcome to my podcast. I am your host Shannon, and this is where we chat about stories, experiences, and behind the scenes moments of buying and selling property. Welcome to our first episode of Beyond the Sold Sign. Today we are joined by Jess, our lovely admin here at Ray White Hamilton, and we're going to be talking to Jess about her experience with purchasing her first home. So welcome. How are you?
Good.
So to kick us off, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm from Tauranga, and then I moved here to the Waikato, met my partner, had two beautiful children, and then decided it was a good time to buy our first home together.
That's really cool. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
So congratulations on purchasing your first home. I know that it's a massive achievement for anyone out there, especially in the current environment. It's certainly not easy. So let's give a little bit of insight to our listeners today.
Yeah.
Cool. So had owning a home always been a goal of yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think definitely it's one of those things that you always dream of, having your own home. Took a while to get there, but it's finally happened.
I think that having a goal, certainly having a goal to buy your first home is a big one. I knew even for myself growing up that it was the only thing I kind of wanted was just to own a house so I could tinker and do all the things to it that you want to do to it, like your own property. So what did you think buying a home would be like before you started?
Hard to say. I almost thought it might have been almost harder but easier. Like it was, you have an idea of what it's going to be like and what the process is going to be like, but you don't really know till you actually start looking for your house.
Yeah.
And then you realise how hard it is.
Yeah. It's definitely not easy. I think, especially in today's market, there's a lot of, buyers out there that still think it's going to be an easy process, and agents see it at open homes all the time with people coming in and they're just like, oh, it's just going to be easy. But yes, in an easy market maybe, but in this current environment it's not always the case. What surprised you the most about the process, I suppose?
How long it took.
Yeah.
Or different, I think case by case it's different. For us, getting a pre-approval took a really long time. But then I know people where it's taken 2 days. And our one took weeks.
Yeah. Do you think that it's really important for buyers to get their pre-approval first before they start searching 100%. For the property?
100%.
Yeah.
We were actively looking for a house before we got pre-approved. We had a rough estimate from our mortgage broker of what they had calculated.
Yeah.
Which was a lot higher than what we got approved. So I'm glad that we didn't try to put an offer in on a house during that period, because it was a bit disappointing when we did find out a pre-approval amount, because we had actually found a house that we really liked that we no longer could put an offer in on.
Put an offer in on, yeah. Did you work with a mortgage broker or did you work with an individual bank?
So we worked with a mortgage broker. My mum had told me for years to work with a mortgage broker. Talk with one, never did, should have done it sooner. Very helpful, they're free, so.
Yeah, they are free and they are very helpful. If anyone is looking for a really good mortgage broker, touch base with Brett Wood from Loan Market, he's really great. I think the idea that people sort of with mortgage brokers, they think that they're not going to find them the best deal, and they think working directly with the bank that they're going to get better a deal because you are dealing with the bank, whereas that's not necessarily the case. Yeah. So did you find that in your situation?
Well, we had never gone. We only
went with a mortgage broker. Yeah.
I won't lie. Sometimes it is hard to find a good mortgage broker. We went through about 3 until we found someone that actually was trying to help us.
Yeah.
So trust your gut. If you feel like something's not right, and it's not right.
Yeah. Looking back, I guess we've probably already kind of gone over this question, but would there be anything different that you would do about, your finance? Which you've said, if it doesn't feel right and that you need to find the right mortgage broker. So we've kind of covered that really. Yeah. Did your mortgage broker explain anything about the sale process to you, or give you any insight into what to expect?
To an extent, I feel like it's kind of hard to keep track since we kind of got the run around a little bit. They did, but it was a bit eerie. I feel like there was a few things left out. The new guy that we got was really good, and he, even though he had all the information from all the other brokers, he was really good, and he pretty much just started from the start and went over everything
again. Yeah. And I guess that's also really important to, also have a solicitor who will explain, once you get into the process of making an offer on the property and what your conditions and stuff should be, to also have a solicitor straight away that you can chat to about that kind of stuff, your finance, where you got your finance with your mortgage broker, but your limbs and any other conditions like that, your solicitor's approval. And of course your advice from your agent. So it's always really important do you feel, for first time buyers, to know the whole picture, not just about getting their finance sorted.
Do I know? Sorry.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Do you think it's important for any first time buyer out there now looking to purchase, do you think it's important that they're educated on all of that prior to going through with a property?
Yes or no. I guess the longer it was, the more that we learned as well. So even though you may not be fully educated on everything, don't stop that from having a look, because the more you look, you'll think of more questions that you need to think about, or things that you never really thought about before.
No, that's good. Did you have to compromise on your list of expectations that you had when going in to purchase your property?
Yep, so definitely a lot of compromises. Buying our first home wasn't easy. We were living off one income. I was at home with the kids. So trying to work out what we could afford was a bit tricky.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you can find things that you're willing to compromise on and live like that for a couple of years, then just do it. You're never going to find your perfect home. It's your first house. Your first step is just to get into the market. That was our goal, because that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Just getting in. But once you're in, you're in. So.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. I do feel that, first home buyers, or a lot of buyers really just in general, have a stack of expectations that they want, and it's not until they start looking and going through the process that they realise that what it is that they want doesn't match what they can afford.
Yeah.
So it is really important for buyers to definitely look around at different properties within their price bracket and what things they should and shouldn't be sacrificing, I suppose, with their purchase and not going into a house expecting that they're going to get this amazing property for what they want to spend straight away. It's yours, kind of like your stepping stone. Your first house is your first home, and then you can start working your way up from there. So not everybody out there can get everything that they want in the first time.
100%.
What were some of the things that you wanted but later realised were not important?
I guess we wanted bigger rooms. We wanted a extra room as like a spare room. Pretty sure my partner wanted like a nice garage, and like a decent yard for
the kids?
Yeah. Kids, gardening, but the house that we got, it's got an okay garage, not really what we want it for, but it'll do the job. We don't have a spare room, but that's fine, at least the kids each have their own room.
Yeah, they don't have to share.
Yeah. And garden, it's okay. Like, you just make do with what you got.
Exactly, and I think that it's also really, really important to understand that your first home is where you're going to build those memories, and those memories are really core things when building a family. Even if you bought your home and you didn't have your kids yet, and you were starting a family and then raising a family in there, you make that property your home and you make it what you want it to be. So have you done some things to the house since you purchased it?
Slowly, work in progress.
We
have plans, big plans, but trying to do it and find the time.
Finding the time is the hardest thing. Definitely. Especially when you're a working mum and and your partner's working as well. It's like kind of your weekends.
Yes, and we did try to do some demo, and the kids did not like that.
They didn't, no.
The noise. So.
It's fun though. It's fun. Creating your own space and designing it the way that you want to, I feel, is probably the best thing about owning your own home. It was certainly one of the most things that I was excited about, was I can make this how I want it. And every house has that ability. People just need to look past, what they see when they purchase. They need to look beyond that and see what it can be. I feel like a lot of people don't have that visual eye with a space and how they can create it and what they can turn it into. Maybe people should go to open homes with their AI, take a photo and create this.
That's a bad idea.
It's not.
So you can get like a visual, like same with our house, it's a bit of a doer-upper. Wasn't much on the eyes when we went to look at it, but we could see the vision of like small things that we could change without breaking the bank. Would already make 1,000 times better. So.
And a lot of things are just superficial. Carpet, a bit of paint, things like that. I feel I think buyers, especially with the first time buyers, lowering their list of things in terms of like, it needs a brand new roof. I'm not going to purchase it unless it has a new roof, or cut some money off, whereas the roof is probably fine, maybe a bit of paint and things like that to let it last a little bit longer, and then you can make those plans further on. But I think purchasing a home and something that you can make into something that's yours, and stepping into that, stepping onto the real estate ladder and then using it as your stepping stone, is probably the main goal that buyers need to have. I think I've seen a lot of buyers out there that have looked for over a year and still not finding anything, and I think that's probably where the expectation thing kind of comes in a little bit.
Yeah.
How many homes did you look at? How long did it take you?
Probably just under a year
Yeah.
as well. It's hard. It is hard. As I said, you know, we did go pretty much every single weekend. We were going to open homes.
Yeah.
And obviously at the start we were looking
Yeah.
for a higher bracket.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that because you were starting in a higher bracket and then you're realising that you couldn't actually afford that. Yeah.
So it was a bit, you could see the difference of what was then and
Yeah.
then what we actually could afford, which definitely made it a lot harder. Made a couple of offers on some houses and unfortunately we didn't get them. But you also need to remember that even if it is in your price bracket and you put in an offer, you're not always going to get the house.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's a really hard pill to swallow for a lot of people as well, because they get emotionally attached to that property that they've put an offer in on. We've definitely, obviously, you know, working in real estate for so long, have seen a lot of buyers miss out on properties, you know, in multi-offer situations or auctions and what have you. And it's hard to tell them that they've missed out on a property, you know, because they are so invested. But I think what, you know, coming back onto the agent, I suppose what makes them a good agent too is continue to help them, you know, find another property and find the one. That one for some reason was not the one for them.
Yeah.
And there is another property out there, and they will find it, and they will get to that point where they'll find it and they'll look back and go, oh, I can see why that one may not have been right for us now that we've got what we've got. So as much as the process for you was really long and, you know, you were quite disheartened, I would suppose, over, you know, missing out on some properties,
Yeah.
what made you persevere? Keep going. Was there a time that you wanted to give up?
It was.
Yeah.
Especially when, you know, found a house, my thing was I found the best house, I could envision everything, I could envision the kids there, and it had everything that I wanted. So it was already too good to be true.
Amazing.
But yeah, obviously we didn't get the offer and I was really upset.
Yeah.
But then once you kind of give it a day, you know.
It's like
You just
jumping back on
know.
that bike, you know, like just keep going.
Yeah,
like
you just know, like it's
Yeah.
not meant to happen. There's
We have an
something out
end goal
there.
here,
Yeah.
you know, an end goal. We have a,
Yes.
you just stay focused. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that's some advice you would give to buyers, is just keep going, because
Yeah, just keep
there is
going.
one out there.
Like,
Yeah.
even though it may be hard, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you are going to get it. We'll get there. As you said, you know, people, it took over a year, but they still got there.
Yep, they did. What was the most stressful part for you? Would it have been basically what we were just talking about, missing out on property?
Oh, there was many stressful parts.
Yeah.
Also agreeing with your partner.
Yeah.
Was hard.
What we want is what we want.
The envisioning your
don't take that
visions.
advice. It needs to be a shared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was hard trying to get on the same page, I guess, because he saw a property that he liked that I did not like at all. The house that we actually ended up buying is the house that I liked, and he did not like it. Which is where always go for a second viewing.
Yeah.
Comes in, because you know, you can be distracted with us. We had to take our kids, we were distracted with them, not fully looking at everything. So my partner didn't like it, to me saying to him, we need to go look at it again, because you're not seeing what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the vision. So thankfully we got someone to watch kids, went back one evening, looked at the house, and then finally he could see the vision.
He could see the vision. Did you have to explain the vision to him as well? Like,
Yes and no, maybe like some areas, but
Yeah.
you know, I feel like then we were finally on the same page.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, like it's not actually that bad, like you
Yeah.
are right. pretty much carpet paint. It's already heaps better.
Yeah.
So that was stressful. So many stressful moments.
I think that's, probably really important to reiterate to buyers is that going back for that second or third or fourth look even, if you have to get the feel, envisage what you can see down the line, and just make sure that it's the right one for you. Probably one of my biggest advice that I would give first time buyers is, if you are taking other people or family members or your parents to open homes, maybe don't, or the second or third time that you go on your own. Just the two of you or whoever's purchasing the property, just go and get the feel. I think everyone has so many various different opinions, and the only opinion that you should really listen to is yours and your partner's, or who you're buying the property with, because you're the ones who are going to have to live there. And I feel, parents, they can be a little bit more critical, I suppose, and they kind of see things that might not necessarily be as important to the person who's wanting to buy, the people who are wanting to buy the property. So definitely go back on your own and get that feel. We actually had that same experience with one of our properties, except we had pulled the deal, and then we were like, actually, maybe we should go back for another look, and we decided to go back on our own. The vendors had actually just popped out so we could come through, so they were literally in the middle of cooking a chicken in the oven, and the smell in the house was just amazing. Like, it was, obviously the oven was going, it was really warm, it smelled really nice, it was so homely, and we got all those feels back and we represented our offer. So that's really important. Cool. Looking back, if you could go back to the start, what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell myself?
Like, is there something that bothered you that didn't actually really matter in the end?
I feel like heaps of things. Well, it's a stressful process. I feel like everything gets a bit. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Like, you're buying your first home. Like, that should be fun and exciting. Like, yes, there's going to be times that it's stressful, but enjoy it. I actually miss going to look at houses,
open homes.
Yeah.
I love going to open homes. I think that's maybe why I like real estate, because you get to look at so many different properties. Yeah, and it's cool. Especially when you can, in your mind, you're like, oh, I know who that house is going to suit. But it is fun. It is fun, and it is exciting. Buying your first home is very exciting, and it's such a massive achievement, and it's one of your biggest assets. So, have fun.
Scary.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's finish off with some quick fire questions. Fun, and some advice at the end, just a little bit of advice. So, coffee or tea when house hunting?
100% coffee.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Starbucks, buy a coffee, go around with it, yeah, for sure. New build or character home? This is hard with first home buyers because they're not necessarily looking at brand new properties. But would you prefer a new home or a character property?
A character property, making it own, that's where all the fun happens.
Yeah, I agree. Biggest budgeting sacrifice? Takeout?
Or Netflix or something.
Yeah. One word to describe settlement day.
Scary,
Scary.
exciting.
Yeah.
I know you said one word, but
Yeah.
it is scary and exciting. Well, you don't know if something's going to happen. So.
Yeah. How did you find settlement day?
It was good. It was scary because I found out by myself. My partner was at work
Yeah.
and he wouldn't pick up the phone, and I had my in-laws and my parents trying to ring me asking what's happening, and I couldn't tell them
Because
because he wouldn't answer the phone and he had to be the first.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice, and my partner cried, which made me cry, and still had to wait till 5 o'clock though. So
And then you got the keys?
yeah,
Yeah.
I got the keys, went over, clean house.
Nice.
So it
Started
was pretty
making your
clean
plans.
anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, just a couple of things and one sentence advice. Don't buy a house until you've
got your pre-approval.
got your pre-approval. I wish someone had told me.
To go. Oh. I wish someone had told me.
No?
I'm trying to think. Which they did tell me. I wish someone told me to go to a mortgage broker, but they did tell me. I just didn't listen.
You just didn't listen. Yeah, fair. Young. If you're feeling like giving up, don't. Yeah.
Don't need to say more than that. Just don't.
If someone is listening today who's wondering whether they should take the first step towards buying a home, what would you say to encourage them?
What's stopping you?
Yeah.
No, just do it.
Yeah.
Even if you, as I said, go to a mortgage broker and talk. You're not set in stone. You're not doing anything. You're just talking with them. Because if your goal is to buy a house, you know the steps that you need to take to get there.
Yes, and I also feel that, especially a lot of people that I've spoken to, they've gone, I don't think that I can afford to buy a home. Just go to the mortgage broker, because you could be surprised. You know, you never know if you're going to be able to afford to buy a property or a unit or, you know, anything until you've been to that mortgage broker and you have figured it out.
Yep. When we went to the mortgage broker, we didn't think we were actually in the position to buy a house yet.
Yeah.
And we were very surprised when
you were told you could.
I was told we could.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey. I know that there's a lot of listeners out there that can, you know, relate to what you're saying, and if you are looking for purchasing your first home, I hope that you have taken something away from our conversation today. So never give up, keep going, see your mortgage broker, and good luck with buying your first property. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.